Hey YouTube, let's briefly go through how to set up a QGIS project for QField, managing team members in the field, and then also having a compatible layer to go back and forth between GIS and Civil 3D. So let's jump in. The first step is to get our data prepared in Trimble Business Center. Export a format that makes sense for you. I have created a custom output with the combined scale factors and layer, vector, the observed time and date, and then a latitude, longitude, and ellipsoid height for comparing against Opus solutions. So once you have your export format figured out, then you'll go ahead and export. And I've already done that, so I'm not going to re-export. But then it's important that you need to change the header of your CSV that you output. So in this, you're going to go ahead and change the name of the file here, or the header, so that it is not going to be too long for for Civil 3D. Civil 3D is very picky on how many character lengths that it will accept in fields. So let's get started with the QGIS. So in QGIS, you can hit Control-Shift-T for adding a delimited text, or you can hit the Add Layer Delimited Text. Once you get there, then navigate to where you saved your file. I recommend not adding a Z element to this shapefile for Civil 3D unless you're going to be building surfaces off of it. But I would not do that for a couple different reasons in drawing. And I'm going to get rid of my record, the header name, and have it automatically detect the type of field. So we'll go ahead and hit add once we're happy. And now we're going to save these features into a geo package. This is essentially what makes, so you can make a new geo package and give the name something meaningful. And then hit check the coordinate system, and the geometry type you want to be a point, so force it to be a point, then add to map. Now all that's left is to symbolize however you like to see it. Once you're happy with the way that it's symbolized, go ahead and save, and then we'll pull up our Civil 3D. So the first step to setting it up, switch to planning analysis. I'm going to go over to assign, and this is very specific to Civil 3D 2026, and this is a verified process on my end for 2026. So go ahead and assign your projection. Then check your units. In this case, I'm US survey feet. Now we'll go ahead, and if you don't see the map task pane over here, you'll have to turn it off and then turn it back on. Now go ahead and connect to your database. And when you're ready, then just add to map. The other nice thing that you can do from here is you can add a WMS connection. So in my case, I have a county that provides satellite imagery. In many cases, all that you need to do is turn on the imagery, zoom in into the area that you're close to working on, right click, inspect, go to the sources tab, and then in here, then when you zoom in and zoom out, then you'll start to get an image that appears. Copy the link address. Now you can just copy and paste the link and set the county name. Log in with no username and password. And then go ahead and zoom down to add the imagery that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and add my imagery as a TIFF just for rendering. I think that it renders a little better. Go ahead. I'm just going to add the default here. Now that it is added, I can go ahead and click on my survey database and drag and drop to the top. This allows you to control the feature rendering on your project. And once it loads up, then you'll see it's pretty decent resolution. Now all that's left is to stylize, just like in QGIS. You'll just add your code or whatever you're going to be symbolizing from, and then hit OK. And then you can merge the ones that, so remove the ones that don't need to be there. Now in my case, I need more of a rule than anything, so I'm going to go ahead and edit my rule, and I'm going to set a code to be like a value that I choose. So if I give a open parentheses, I'm just going to put mon and close parentheses, validate. And in this case, I probably would like to do a search before with a %sign and after with a %sign. Hit OK. And just like that, you have found the ones that you care about with a simple query text. In order to view the table for this and jump around to what points mean what, then you can open up the table by selecting the layer that you want to view and then opening the table. So, and the nice thing about this is that when you scroll down, you find what you're looking for. It'll zoom you right to the feature. And vice versa, if you click on something here, then it highlights it in your table so you can see instantly what it is. And now you can do editing here in this screen, but I do not recommend doing editing in Civil 3D just because the geopackages are not a proven thing just as of yet. Thanks for tuning in. More to follow.